Hi, in this video, I'm explaining the Unit 1 final project called A Day in the Life of a Cell. So the first thing you're going to do is choose a cell and describe what it does and how it looks. And this has to be a human cell. So please be mindful of that. This is a human cell. I would also suggest to all of you when you're picking your cells, you can think about the cell specialization videos that I've been sharing with you and all the different cell types outlined in them. So we had like liver cells, lung cells, intestinal cells, muscle cells, bone cells, skin cells, so on and so forth. The list keeps going on and on and on. I would choose one of those and something that's interesting that you're interested in. And you want to start in part 1 by explaining how structure relates to function. So how does the cell look and how does the way that cell looks, how is that important to its function? The next thing you want to do is discuss how that cell is incorporated into a tissue, into an organ system, and how it incorporates itself into the organelle. So that's part 1 of the project. Part 2, you want to pick a specific macromolecule. So that is a carbohydrate, lipid, protein, or nucleic acid. That is very important to your cell, and describe why it is very important to your particular cell. We want to get specific, not generic. In part 3, you want to include a description of the cell cycle, what that looks like if the cell is healthy. We know that some cells go through the cell cycle more often than other cells. So you want to explain the steps of the cell cycle, and in that explain how often your cell type goes through the cell cycle. In part 4, you're going to be researching a disease. So this disease, it can be cancer. Please note that cancer cells are not a cell type to be researched for this project. You're going to choose a disease associated with your particular cell. This disease can be cancer, like I said, or for example, if you chose blood cells, there is a disease called sickle cell anemia associated with red blood cells. So you could research that particular disease, and in your explanation, you want to be very clear about how homeostasis, or maintaining a stable internal environment, is disrupted through the disease, and how a cell could overcome the disease, like are there treatments or anything for the disease. To produce this project, you can use a written report, which is kind of traditional. You can do like a class presentation in Google Slides. You don't have to actually present it to the class. You could do a video presentation, audio presentation, or you can get, really fancy. I've had students do prezzies. You could interview, and really the limits are kind of yours. So be creative if you'd like, and just share with me if it's something that is not on the list. And please note that your project will have to be submitted on Schoology. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.